This is Oilersnation Radio, your one-stop shop for everything Oilers. 1 hour of straight hockey talk with Bagged Milk, Tyler, Liam, Rick, and Dan starts now.
Oilersnation Radio, Friday edition. Bagged Milk, Tyler, Dan, Rick. Liam decided to avoid the grind. He said he's in Calgary. He's at the zoo, probably.
Definitely.
Always be zooing. ABZ.
Always be zooing.
What else is there to do?
Zoo on tap.
Zoo on tap.
When it's on his docket, it is.
I wish we had you were in the Montreal studios, La Page Bleu. They just have a keg.
They got a keg with working taps. Yeah. So they'll just be recording a show, pour a beer.
Actually, I'm glad we don't have that.
Why?
Not responsible enough?
Well, would I sit here and get drunk? No, not all the time. Would I just always be like, maybe a quick one after the show with the boys? Like if there was a beer tap right here, how many shows would we do with beer in hand?
Most.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't need that.
Just a little 6 ounce little
Just
taster,
a little
stay hydrated.
wet your whistle.
Exactly.
Although we do have a bar downstairs. We could do that anytime we want.
But there's a barrier to entry there. There's cost involved, a flight of stairs.
Yeah, those stairs are tough.
Yeah. Got to drink it down there. If there was just a tap up in this studio right now, I would have a beer after most shows that I do. And I don't need that in my life.
We were doing a cross-country roadshow with big boss Amy. And we were showing her the studio at La Page, and she goes, "Do those taps work?" And then the boys instantly like, "Why, you want a beer? Let's have beers." And then she's like, "It's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So
and
what the problem be? Anyway,
11 a.m. somewhere.
11 a.m. No, it's actually a.m. 11. It's backwards in Quebec.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. I will talk about Quebec later in Hot Cold Performers.
Ooh.
By the way, if you're listening to this and you've heard about the hot dogs, doesn't matter. Don't bother. They're fine. You'll eat them. Not special. Good.
Yep.
Got to get delicious debate in for our friends at Oodle Noodle. Of course, you can add on 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, or 6 wontons for just $2. The purchase of any signature or premium box available in store and at oodlenoodle.ca for takeout only. We don't have a delicious debate, so I want to put someone on the spot. I'm going to go, Rick, you're up. Delicious debate.
what do you do in the blue?
Yeah, mine was,
I think that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
What do you do in the blue?
What do you do in the blue?
All right, so I got some numbers for you. Me and Dan were talking about this before we started recording, so I might as well get it out of the way. Hey, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Pickard last night. Tough night for our pal Cal. Currently, all eyes are on Stuart Skinner, but there's a lot of pressure on Calvin Pickard. I also think swapping out your backup is infinitely easier than it is for a guy who you expect to be your starter. Back it up even further. Stuart Skinner, the plan would be that he is still the backup today. However, a goaltender with actually better stats than Calvin Pickard was blasted off into the sun a couple years ago.
I was going to say, do you guys remember what Campbell's save percentage was when they punted him?
Ooh, can we guess? Do you know it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to go 873.
I thought it was lower. 823 or something.
Now I want to stick in the 8s. The first thing that came to my mind was 754, and that's just for whatever reason. So I'm going to go with 817.
I'm changing mine to 825.
It was 873.
I nailed it.
Yeah. The fact we punted him for 873 and Calvin Pickard's just getting a pass at 830.
So right now it's Calvin Pickard is at an 830. Like Ty said, his record is 2-3-1 in 6 starts. He has a goals against average of 417 and the worst combined save percentage and goals against of all goaltenders in the NHL who have played at least 5 games.
Couple of things with the Campbell issue. One was he was an absolute head case and could not, like every time he would speak, you would lose confidence in him, which I don't necessarily tend to do as a fan, but
they're not public speakers. I don't really,
too much.
But I think what you're trying to get, are you like trying to get like, he was so hard on himself.
Yes. He was absolutely visceral with his own play. Every single time he would have a bad game, he was on himself harder than anybody would be in this entire market.
You should golf with some of my friends.
But I just
They're very hard on themselves too.
Well, that's
and I wouldn't trust I'm hard on myself. I am very much a Jack Campbell golfer, and I wouldn't trust myself to be a pro golfer. I think Pickard's loved, right? And I do think that's a part of that equation,
big part of it.
100%.
And he's a backup versus Campbell was the starter.
Yeah.
Campbell was the guy that we were expecting to start the games for us going into the playoffs. And it was not confidence inducing at that time. He just needed to go. And now the proof is in the pudding. The guy is not in the NHL, is he? He's in the NHL, is he?
I think he's
Texas.
Gone. No,
I think he's nowhere right now.
There you go. Kunlun Stars new starter.
Let's have a look because he was with Detroit's system.
I think he's nowhere.
They had like 74 goalies though.
Yeah, they got all the goalies. He is currently nowhere. Last year he played 14 games with Grand Rapids and finished with an 893 in the AHL.
Was that the end of his? She's still have a contract though, no?
Oh, he's still getting paid by the Oilers for a handful more years.
Yeah, but we would have traded him somewhere else. Like he would have. When we bought him out there for his contract. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, so he's still in the Oilers books.
So I think to answer the question, I don't necessarily believe that the goalies are the answer or the causation of our problems right now. I agree with Stan Bowman when he says that it's really hard to just like point at the goaltending at this very moment with the team, the way the team is playing in front of them. And like last night was a prime example of that. How at the end of the first period, you got Louis and Jack saying that Pickard needs to be making a save right now.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, exactly. Pickard needs to be making a save right now when the Oilers literally couldn't get out of their own zone for 5 minutes of that period. It's really frustrating to me to watch this team flounder and blame it on the goalies.
So
I think, well, go ahead.
I'll give it. I had Kevin Woodley on DFO Live earlier this week. He's from In Goal Magazine, very smart goalie guy. And he talked about how at that point, Calvin Pickard's expected save percentage was like 864, which means an average NHL goalie playing in front of that Oilers team that Pickard was would have an 864. Insanely low number. He said he can only remember one player who was worse than that. And it was Eric Comrie on the Sabres a few years ago. And he just kept getting put on waivers. So that's where like I'll defend Pickard a little bit and be like, okay, his expected save percentage was 864. Like they are playing bad in front of him. There's a gap between 864 and 830. And if you go on moneypuck.com and go to save percentage above expected, there are 56 goalies in the NHL this year who have played at least 5 games. Only 7 of the 56 have a worse save percentage above expected than Calvin Pickard. So like, again, he has been very bad. The team has been very bad, but it's also not unfair to sit here and go, you know what, with an average goalie, you get much better results.
And I was just going to say that to me is like going back to Bag Milk's point too. Adjusting at the backup position will not be as disruptive as making any other change. And it's almost like a coaching change without doing a coaching change. It's just a different way to kind of spike up the mix on this team.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the stats are definitely there, but I think you need to look at the goals individually and see if those are like should be kept out of the net. And I think there were a couple last night that probably should have been stopped. Like I get first of all, the fact we give up the puck as often as we do is terrible for anybody on the team, let alone just the goaltenders. But I just feel like if you had Stu in net last night, or if you had the last 2 years worth of Pickard last night, I think 1 or 2 of those don't go in the net.
Yeah.
And that's where I was kind of at.
And then there's the other angle that they also hit 5 posts.
7, according to Jack on the broadcast.
7 posts.
I had everything covered in the net.
See, like you can use that excuse when they hit a
probably
couple
not
posts.
Probably not 7 times. But
the one that went through his legs and off the post was criminal that it didn't go in.
First of all, Daryl, what are you doing at the other blue line?
You can just say that every game. Just put
you need to start bringing this up every game again because you have not done it this year.
Respect
Probably
the blue lines?
Give him a raise?
No, respect the blue lines.
He hasn't scored enough.
Do you know how many times we cough the puck up around our blue line? And it does not just Daryl. It is pretty much everybody. How many times we take barely a step across the blue line and then we make this across the ice pass, which goes backwards a little bit and sets them offside. Yep. Or Mangiapane, I think, has been at our own blue line a couple times and coughed it up to them and to going and scoring goals. We lead the league in, what was this stat? Turnovers leading to goals in less than 10 seconds or something like that. And they didn't say how many.
Cool.
They just said we were first.
Tracking everything these days.
It was on Sportsnet. Not last night. It would have been the day before because I was at work for it. And I just kind of laughed. I was like, yeah, that's
the turnovers. They are hot coming out of the Edmonton Oilers bakery.
They go right in the net.
Yep.
Not even turnovers. Like on BM, I know you can't see this, but like watch Coyle, watch Mangiapane here. Do you want to play the guy? No. Okay. And he just literally lets him make a play.
But he's stopping the pass across the ice, Tyler.
Yeah.
I would rather you do that. Yeah. I'd rather you stay on the guy
go straight to the middle of the ice. Like, fuck.
Like that one with Darnell Nurse at the other blue line. Like you could have rimmed it around the boards. Instead, you shot it right at a guy. Way it went and Pickard got bailed out. But like the hockey gods are doing what they can to help us out here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
7 posts, no bueno. So I guess I just think when it comes to Calvin Pickard, like I'd love to see a situation where the Oilers go, hey, your back hurts. You don't got to go ride the bus. You've been a good soldier.
LTIR.
You've been a great guy. Never forget what you did in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. Go enjoy yourself.
If you put him on waivers, is anybody grabbing him?
No.
No.
That's what I mean. Like, he's going to go ride the bus. So, like, you know, your back hurts. You're allergic to the equipment. Something.
And I know he's not playing well or not playing outstanding or whatever in Bakersfield. I probably would still just bring up Ingram and see what we have.
The streets are buzzing with the name Brandon Bussey.
And by the streets, I mean Tyler.
Just me on the street alone. yelling.
But he's up and down the street just yelling it.
Yesterday on Real Life, we were thinking about the puns. You could do boys on the bussy. Like, it all works.
Uh-oh.
Wet.
And where is he?
No.
Yeah.
Carolina.
So
So just pick him up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were going to trade Troy Stecher for him.
we should be there right now.
Yeah. Just get him to swap dressing rooms.
Yeah, they did fly in last night. Do you want to hear, just for funsies, the 7 goalies who have a save percentage above expected worse than Calvin Pickard?
Sure.
Oh, man.
Joel Hofer.
Right.
I did pump up the offer sheet Hofer idea.
Yes.
Anton Forsberg. Ken Holland signing. He's just not good at getting the goalie thing right. Jonas Korpisalo. Okay. Jordan Binnington, Linus Ullmark, Justice Anunen, and Sam Montembeault.
There's like 3 goaltenders there that people like keep yelling names to bring here.
Like, I went to the Habs game the other day.
I heard bad things about him. Sorry.
Sam Montembeault was not good in that game. He was stinky.
That fan base is losing it.
I got to tell you, I should have expected it, but until you hear it, it's way funnier to see a team get shelled like that and people are yelling out shit in 2 languages. It's very entertaining.
Oh yeah, you were there for the 7-0?
I was there for 5-1 against the Kings.
Oh, okay.
So like the Kings were in town, obviously a Pacific Division rival. I'm like, fucking, I'm betting heavy.
Last night it was 7-0?
Was it? I didn't.
Yeah, they lost to Dallas 7-0.
Yes, that was last night.
And the other angle was the guys at La Poche Blue. That's what our sister site over in Quebec. They were like, oh yeah, they got this. They got this. So Jay and I went heavy money line on Montreal.
Cowboys.
On their favorites too, hey?
No, it was a pick 'em.
Oh, I respect the play then.
I think they're just a little too small.
They are small.
Yeah.
A lot of skill, but they are small. Like the Kings, as much as it annoyed me to watch, they bullied them quite handily.
Yeah, they're just a small team, and I don't think they're surrounded. Everybody in the league should have learned with what the Oilers did in the 2010-ish era when we got. I guess we could go back to 7 when you had Sam and you had Andre and Cogliano and Nilsson, and you get into Hall and Eberle, and we just did not add veterans, skilled veterans to play with them. We added guys behind them, but
they were like no good.
Yeah, they were at the end of their careers. We did not add veterans who could like play with them. We had other guys that were just like, 4th line guys. And then everybody was sitting there pumping up Ottawa 3-4 years ago when they started getting everybody under their 8-year contracts. They too did not go and help by they brought in Giroux. Perron. But even that's a dude at the end of his career. Perron.
Yeah, but they can play.
Perron, fair enough with Perron. But I think Montreal's doing the exact same thing. You need to start, even if you have to like move one of the youth guys out so you can bring in a little bit of a veteran to lead and play with them.
But where I'll disagree a bit on Montreal is they didn't rip it down to the studs.
No, 100%.
Like
they just keep adding. What they're adding is almost the same type of player.
But like, so they I don't think they have to go out and get those veterans because they didn't trade Gallagher, didn't trade Anderson, brought in a Patty Laine, who I know is like up and down and basically always injured. But like you kept some of those older guys around. So maybe you've bought yourself some wiggle room.
The other interesting thing with Montreal too is like their studs, if you want to call them that, they're all signed long-term.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so was Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ottawa
I just think like as the cap shoots up, like
did once.
Montreal will have an opportunity to add more like skilled vets.
With the cap going up. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. And Ottawa did not get that opportunity. We did not get that opportunity.
It's a little spooky for us because it's in division, but you got to be looking at what the Ducks are cooking up right now. And like same thing, all these kids, and what do? Sign Granlund, get Chris Kreider. He's got 10 goals already this year.
Kreider's a great addition there.
Right? Look at their blue line. They got some big boys with Trouba and Gudas who can shelter the kids a bit. Fuck, Anaheim's doing something pretty impressive. They have $40 million in cap space next summer.
I still think they're fake news for this season. I think they're going to trail off.
Yeah, they'll trail off, but I still think this is like a good building block for them.
Oh, no doubt. 100%. Which makes things that are going on here annoying because all of a sudden the playoff race in the Pacific will get a little bit spicier. Got to tell you about our Or what are you going to say?
I was going to say it's way too early to start looking at the playoff race.
Never.
Yeah.
Of course it is, but never. The Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament is back at the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, January 23rd to 25th. We're talking about 3 days of pure hockey paradise on beautiful Lake Mildred, surrounded by the best crew of nation staff, other hockey players, and the wonderful Rocky Mountains. Go get your spot on this. Mark your calendars, January 23rd to 25th. Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament is back. Sign up for a team. It's 4-on-4. It's one of the best weekends of the year. This tournament will sell out, so go get your team in before you can't. Just continuing on. Last thing on the delicious debate, I guess. Maybe we do a prediction, Tyler, if you got your sheet open.
Got it.
How long will we have the current tandem? And my belief is that it will not be Stu. It will be Pickard who gets replaced. Let's do a little guessing game.
Let's do how many more games does Calvin Pickard play as an Oiler?
Okay. So currently he has 7 appearances, 6 starts.
So we're just talking starts, correct? We're not talking about going in when someone has a
let's
bad
just
game.
do starts. Keep it easy.
Yeah,
So then he's at 6 starts right now.
Yeah, 6 starts.
Yeah. So how many more starts does he get?
So there's another back-to-back next week. So you know he's going to get one there.
And next Thursday, or is it 2 Thursdays? 2 Thursdays from now is American Thanksgiving, the whole pretend date
The line
when
in the sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler, what do you got? How
I'll
many more
say
starts?
I'll say one more. He gets Buffalo on Monday. It doesn't go well and he's done.
Wow. Now,
Yeah, do we finish off the prediction?
I want to.
What do you do? What happens?
They're going to trade for either one of the guys from Buffalo or they're going to like claim Brandon Bussey on waivers.
Okay, so you're gonna make a move like that.
Okay, so you're like we won't stick to a specific player, but trade or waivers
Yeah,
is what
Yeah.
you're going to say.
I'm gonna go with 3, and it's gonna be Ingram.
So just that would be like, what would you call that? A waiver swap?
Yeah.
We just Bako comes up.
Dan, what do you got?
I'm looking ahead here. I'm going to say,
Because Buffalo's a freebie, yeah.
like, let's go the December the 11th.
How many games? How many starts is that? How many
I
starts?
apologize. I forgot we were doing it that way. Let's say another 4 starts.
4 starts.
And are they doing trade internal or
I
external?
think that's going to be a trade.
Trade or waivers. Okay.
I'm more pessimistic. I think that he's going to do another 6 starts. And I think it'll be Ingram. So waivers.
That's great. Like 6 starts from now could take you well into January.
December the 11th.
I'm just thinking about like and the reason I think about it that way is that Stan Bowman, I know don't believe what he says publicly. I totally understand that. But thinking about it logically, none of the other 31 teams are here to help the Oilers out. They don't have much cap space. Their trade capital is questionable. I think that's fair. So I think it's going to take longer than we probably want.
Liam said one more game as well.
Liam checking in from the zoo.
Yeah, I texted him.
He's at the Penguins exhibit.
That was very nice.
Oh, he's typing his answer for if it's going to be internal or external.
Little dots are moving.
Mm-hmm.
Liam is checking in. The pandas, the red pandas specifically, adorable.
Adorable.
Yep. Is he going to go to Singapore Sam's later? Dance on the tables, maybe?
I feel like it's not that kind of a trip for him. Maybe.
Him and his missus?
Every trip can be that
I think
kind of a
he's
trip.
solo down there.
What?
Well, then he has to.
He's just down there for love of the game?
I think in that same parking lot is that dope pizza joint too, where you get the slice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves the slice.
Liam says it'll be Tompkins.
No way. Like, I just discount his answer.
And he's down there scouting hockey players. Yikes.
If Liam works for you, don't listen.
Maybe he'll find like some 15-year-old this weekend and let Stan know.
I hope so. Anyway, moving along. Some news today. Oilers have placed Troy Stecher on waivers. Our boy Ike Howard down to Bakersfield. Want to start with Troy Stecher. Do we think he gets claimed?
No.
Now,
I'll go yes.
I think every team's got Troy Stechers. If Carolina claims him, I'm going to be pissed.
Not every team does because Troy Stecher's been in the final last 2 years.
Wow.
Not everybody can say that.
Was that through Troy Stecher's?
Hey, he was there. I'm just
He played
saying
well when he replaced Emerson.
he brings, he's going to add a little bit more to your team than say another 7th or 8th guy on waivers.
The fact he's 787.
I think he gets claimed for sure.
That's not to say he's not going to go back on waivers later on
He's
this
just
year.
one of those guys that he always gets traded at the deadline. Everybody always wants him. And then he used to go back to Arizona at the start of every year. And then he'd get traded at the deadline. Then he'd go back. I just think he's a player that a lot of teams like his ability to move the puck. He competes hard. I think that as a 7th defenseman that he's a solid fit. So I bet he gets claimed.
Couple of teams, Carolina and New Jersey, both currently sitting with 3 defensemen or more on IR.
So I think he gets claimed for sure.
Yeah, that's just regular IR. That can be.
I'm just saying, like they have,
No, I
they
feel
might
you.
view him as a stopgap.
Yeah, I feel you.
I won't be surprised if he switches dressing rooms tomorrow based on what you just said.
Then give us the goalie.
Got to.
And you know what? By putting him down today, he can't play against us tomorrow because he has to play a full game. But you can still trade him. I wonder if you have to, because
Why couldn't he play?
Because he got put down into the 8. Oh, he's on waivers.
Yeah, he'd get claimed.
It's
It's all
mind.
good.
Yeah, you have to go directly down.
Yeah, like if he cleared waivers, the Oilers couldn't bring him back up tomorrow to play for us.
Well, I
He
guess
could
so.
get claimed
Yeah,
and play for Carolina.
That's fair.
The other thing that happened, Ike Howard to Bakersfield. Thoughts? To me, it's the right move. He wasn't playing enough. Chris Knobloch, for whatever reason, true or false,
the team's not
giving him
playing well
minutes.
enough to allow him to play in the type of role you want him to.
Experiment and tinker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, like going down and playing 20 minutes in Bakersfield, good for him.
Yeah.
Short term and long term.
I Caprice St. Pierre on Oilers Nation every day today, and she brought up a good point about this. Like, if you do it now, you can give him 2 months in Baco, and
Bring
he can
him
come
back.
back up in January, and you can give it one more run before the deadline.
That's the Yamamoto approach.
Yeah. Versus if you would have just like waited and held on and sent down Tomasic, and then if you get to January and you send him down, the season's over for him. Like he's staying in Baco for the year. So I just think this opens up the possibility that he goes down, gets a bunch of confidence, comes back and plays well.
You know what? I'm actually going to be following him closer than I probably do with other Condors, just because the kid rips the pill at the NHL level. How many shots a game is he going to have in the AHL?
Well, hopefully he goes down there. And hopefully he goes down there to play his style, the type of player that we need him to be when he comes back
I
up
think
here.
they will. Like they know what they have in him or what he should be.
Mm-hmm.
So good news is that means Zach Hyman is back. Maybe.
I'll believe it when he's on the ice.
I was going to say maybe.
I'll believe it when he's. I understand when the moves are made today, so he can play and whatever. I still question like if you weren't good enough on Wednesday and Thursday, but then you're going to be good enough on Saturday. Like I'll believe it when I see it.
I always kind of laugh at these problems that we debate when we're like, oh, what are you doing? Hyman's back. Who plays where? They always kind of solve themselves. But the solution is Hyman plays with McDavid and Savoy, Mangiapane down.
Hyman plays.
Totally.
Or do you put Hyman on, say, the second or third line, his first game in there, and leave Roslovic up there?
I don't think you move. You're not splitting up dry pods, raws. That works, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Dry Podslovic.
Podslovic. I like
That's a
that.
good one.
Yeah, thank
You're not splitting them up. Put
No, that's
Mangiapane
fair.
on the third line.
No, I'm not against that. I'm not
Unless
against
they
that.
do what they did last night. They're just like nuclear deterrent whole night. Let's go.
Oh, I hope not.
I do like the fact that they put Savoy on that line.
I mean, I got Savoy on the list to talk about. I love him. I love him so much.
And what's nice about seeing this happen, like I'm high on Savoy, obviously, but you could see early in the year, like, God, he's smart. And like, there's a player there and he was fighting it a little bit.
Just gotta find it. Just
And
gotta
now
find it.
like, oh, it's like
A little more
watching
momentum.
a toddler take their first steps. They're like figuring it out.
Yeah.
They're holding themselves up on the couch and now he's waddling around the room and damn it, it's beautiful. I love him.
To borrow a line from Liam, it's earned, not given with him.
Yeah.
And I like that Chris Knobloch left him up with Connor and Leon. He did not look out of place last night.
He was driving plays.
The night before against Philly, he picked up 2 assists on both the Oilers goals, including the OT winner from Roslovic. Last night he scored, and it was a goal by getting to a greasy area on the ice.
And just tipping it.
Right in front of the net, tip the puck.
Yeah, not a big body.
But he got there. There's a lot of dog in that fight.
100%.
So I'm very bullish on.
And then what was Pud Colson's goal? Just spin and throw
Spin
a
and
puck on
shoot.
net.
Yeah.
Again, Oilers.
He remembers that every like
Leon's second
16,
goal.
17 days or
Shoot
so.
on net.
Shoot, yeah. God. They figure it out and you're like, let's go. And then they just forget about it for a period and you're like, huh? And
They
then
have these
figure it
little
out.
laps, but the lapses right now, so the last like 4 or 5 games minus the Colorado game, I think they've been better than they were at the very beginning. Like the offense is starting to come together. You're starting to see them find their offensive confidence. but they still have those lapses, definitely in our own end and off our defensemen. And those are ending up back in our net immediately.
So there's mistakes that are happening by the skaters. Again, respect the blue lines. Rick asked me for it. I'm going to be hammering it again.
Thank you. We should get you a shirt.
We should have respect the blue line shirts. But then when those mistakes happen, we're not getting the save. Everybody's at fault. I'm trying not to single out anybody when everyone is shit.
I thought of this last night, and I know people love to like, oh, it's Nurse, oh, it's Boosh, oh, it's Skinner, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. I will not start naming names on individuals until this entire team starts to play better. Right now, it's everybody. And I mean, 97 coughed up one that ended in the back of our net last night. So once those start going away, and is one giveaway that's turning into our net, then we'll focus on who that was. But till that happens, it's the entire damn team.
I'm just so frustrated by like, they come roaring back, tie the game at 2. A fuck up ends up in the back of the net.
Seconds later again.
Then they score 3. And then it's like, all right,
we're the only team that has to call a timeout after we score a goal. And this has happened for years.
It's a junior hockey thing.
It's years. We score a goal and it says like, all right, play with your right hand stick, play their stick upside down. Next thing you know, 7 seconds later, the puck's in our own damn net again. You're just like, yeah. Oh,
it's the old junior hockey. It's the toughest shift is the one right after you score because you're just amped up on Mountain Dew.
And if that's the case, then 5 dudes on that team, 3 forwards and 2 defensemen have to look at each other and go, okay, it's going to be, and like we did this last year, I think with the PK. Then we make a switch with our coaching last year, the PK that went from like a bunch of guys to like, okay, now it's you 6 and you 4. It is your job. The 10 of you guys go and figure it out. Now I look at it and go, you know what is the you 3 and you 2, every fucking goal, you guys go out there and make sure that we don't get scored on again.
I've argued that to start games. Like, man, find 3 forwards and just be like, it is your guys' job and it will be your identity. Start every game, 2 hits first shift. Go.
Yeah, get the pulse. Like get the
pulse.
Up.
Yeah. But
get some blood pumping in the place.
Just hopefully Trent Frederic doesn't have to get shit stomped next time.
Well,
look, I think he's fine with it.
Probably.
You're only going to fucking face Olivier twice a year, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. But even if you go against our big guy, first of all, maybe you should just try punching back. But I don't want to say that because I've never been in that position. So
punch counter gave him 1.
Did he give him 1? Yeah, I mean it was.
I was over at Hockey Fights and I was looking at the vote and it was like 4% Frederic on the fight. I'm like, man, he got a lot of family in on this vote.
Someone accused his mom of voting for the tie.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, I guess when you're fighting a guy like that, you're probably more worried about like covering up and not taking more shots to the fucking eyeball than you are throwing a punch. Cause you're like, I don't know what this punch is going to do, but I'd like to just play defense right now. But I like that. And that game, I thought there was some bounce back, some pushback for the first 7-8 minutes.
And then you go into the Philly game and watch Connor get absolutely demolished over and over again.
To be fair to the Oilers on that one, the Philadelphia Flyers are probably like, outside of Columbus having Olivier on the team, like the Flyers are the team that like top to bottom, I wouldn't want to mess.
And I liked that penalty taken with 3 minutes to go in the game or whatever, when he went through the goalie. Yeah. And I don't know what Janmark said to him, but Janmark, you got to say that more often, please, to every fucking goalie.
You got to crank the emotion up. I'm not talking
about. And when he's pointing up and like after we score, Savoy and Roslovic, you fucking look at him, make sure you now look at the fucking scoreboard. Now look at the fucking scoreboard and just leave everybody going like, hey, these guys are fucking out. Like get under people's skin.
Yep.
It's fun to fucking do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, again, I was at the Habs game the other day and watching Corey Perry do Corey Perry things. I'm like,
I miss him.
Kind of miss it. I don't miss what they're going to have to pay him.
What are the taxes out there? What is he making right now compared to what he would have had to be paid here to make the same money?
Game player.
He's a $4.5 million player based on his bonuses.
Yeah. But then there's taxes involved. So when he dwindled down all of his, what's he making out there? And what would we have had to pay him here?
Probably like 2.5.
Yeah. It's probably a little too much then still.
3. Taxes here aren't great.
No, I know they're not great. I think they're worse down there. I don't know. We could have given like a sponsorship at Rexall or something.
Yeah. Can we start a tree planting company?
Yeah.
Something like that. I saw this on socials yesterday. We were talking about Zach Hyman and it was, November 1st and now it's November 14th. And it's like, maybe tomorrow or Saturday or maybe not Saturday. Well, definitely Saturday.
Definitely Saturday. But again, you cannot convince me like, that wrist is not good on Thursday. But on Thursday, they're saying it'll definitely be good on Saturday. The deer antler spray getting in there, it takes a day or two to set in or what?
I think the same thing with Nuge. So they said a week for Nuge. This road trip is longer in a week. And then I saw Tommy G, Handsome Tom, yesterday. Concussion.
Oh, that's always uneasy.
So, and that's, especially frustrating. Nuge was having a great start to the season. They need more guys who can score, and Nuge was scoring. So we'll see what happens there, but they're obviously going to give him time.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you can't rush back, right?
Cannot.
But it would be nice to play with a healthy roster.
For once. The little positive. When Jack Roslovic scored the OT winner against Philly, he became the first player to score back-to-back OT winners since Andrew Cogliano did it thrice in March of 2008.
You ready to pay him yet?
No, God damn it. No, come on.
What's it going to take?
There's just neither side would want to even talk about that. If you're Jack Roslovic,
of course, yes.
And you're off to a good start.
We're talking about
Oilers,
your side. You're not talking.
What's the contract I would sign Jack Roslovic to right now? 3 by 4. 3
Would you have signed that exact contract 10 to 14 days ago with him?
No.
All right, so at least he's taking steps to your better side right now.
You could do a contract swap with Andrew Mangiapane. That'd be nice.
That'd be sweet. I would do that all day.
He is fighting it.
Dude, I think Roslovic is turning into Hyman light.
Yeah, he is.
Kind of.
And if you could go...
He's making plays all over the place.
And if you can run Hyman when he's healthy, and then Roslovic behind him, and if Savoy can play the left side...
Pudsey.
Now all of a sudden, Nuge is 100% your third line center.
With Henrique on his wing, which is good.
Yeah, we need a little more offense at
Freddie on the right side. I've liked Henrique this year.
No, I know. We need some more offense. Like, he's a guy who has to be that secondary scoring type of a guy, and definitely like a leader in that, because he is more offensive than we're asking him to play.
I like Freddie Nuge, Henrique. Actually, that's got a ring to it.
I also wonder if the Oilers might, because like before he got hurt, Nuge and McDavid had like this weird mind meld thing going on. I wonder if there'd be any appetite from the Oilers to go get a guy who could play 3C plus and or wing with a little offensive touch, give more variables.
I think at this point, man, I think it's just better to keep Nuge at 3C.
I just think he's a winger. He can play C, but I think he's a better winger.
Well, if you played Tyler's line, all three of them are centermen then.
Well, yeah, sure.
All centers. Like when a baseball team just goes, fuck it, only shortstops, and they're good. It'll work.
You want to bet on some first pitches?
Maybe.
Ball. Anyway, moving along. We got Carolina tomorrow. We'll do some score predictions there. Carolina good. We'll talk about them a little bit in the betting segment, but Carolina's good. And if the Oilers play sloppy hockey, they are going to lose the hockey game. Simple as that. But what I want to touch on is, have you guys seen that there are some concerns about the Olympic hockey rink being completed on time?
Oh, we're way too far down the line, I think, for this to be an issue. And you would hope the IOC would just like pump whatever kind of money it takes to get this to work. But the NHL, after the Global Series this weekend, both the league and the PA are sending representatives to Italy to check on the status.
I got the quote from Gary Bettman. There seem to be some issues, including with the ice. And while the IOC and the International Hockey Federation are responsible and have said that there's nothing to be concerned about, we will send our own people to take a look ourselves, because the well-being of our players playing in this tournament is the most important thing. In most instances, the facilities are created and completed a year or almost a year in advance, so you can test them. This is coming down to the wire, which wouldn't be our preference if we were in control. Ice conditions are vitally important, and we've got to make sure that the ice conditions are up to our standards. Hopefully it will be okay, but it's beyond our control, and we're being assured that everything will be all right. I just hope that's the case.
They cleaned up that river really quick, so I believe. And they got rid of all that smog. And
they only had to put billions of dollars into that poo river.
I don't care what they got to do. Spend the money.
I liked when the guys were, I wish I could remember, it was the ladies or the men that were swimming in the river. They're like, there's a bunch of shit on the shore. There's turds there.
And by shit, we don't mean stuff.
No, it's real turds.
I think I'm remembering it correctly that the Sochi games, that arena that they played in was a temporary arena that they then...
Russia had a bunch of that stuff. I think you're right.
Yeah, they like Sochi was...
It's like a town that was sprung up in the middle of nowhere kind of thing, if memory serves correct. So like, it's a little funny to have the IOC be like, whoa, Italy, you're bad, when we've had issues before. But
IOC is involved in this too because they need to work with Italy to get the ice ready, right? The NHL can sit there and look down at them and say,
gabagool and bobbity boobity. Yep.
Wow. The 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi were the most expensive games in the history of the Olympics. Originally budgeted at $12 billion US, major cost overruns caused that figure to expand to $51 billion. How do you misjudge it by $39 billion?
Corruption.
how many of those buildings are still being used today?
Corruption.
Well, and how many of the Russian politicians were just like, wow, there's a fee for that.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have
it's
a building
significant.
firm that you have to run that past first to get the permit.
Good times.
That was a good Russian accent.
You guys remember that gold medal game when I was there?
Not really.
Or was that like 5 a.m?
Yes.
Just take a look, see what time the gold medal game is this year.
Is it 8?
It's like 6.
Oh.
Oh,
So
easy.
prep yourself. We'll be doing the same thing.
No problem.
KHL team plays out of that rink actually still in Sochi. And
So
they
it wasn't temporary.
no.
I feel like one of them was.
There was stuff
Yeah.
that was temporary for sure. I don't know if it might have been lodgings, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I don't remember.
The Olympics are weird in that sense where like, why are we not? And I know this gets thrown around a lot, but like, if you agree to build the infrastructure for an Olympics, you should just get like 2 of the next 3. Like if you're going to take the time to build billions of dollars, like let's say, because Calgary was putting together a bid not that long ago, right?
Yep.
Like if you're going to put together the bid and build the infrastructure, you should get like 2026 and 2030 or like
Yes.
whatever.
They're
Or
just
like
like-
2026 and 2034 if you want to like.
No one's playing at the Saddle Dome. You are not allowed to have this.
Yeah, that means they're missing on money. Big
I was just going to say, they don't want you to look up the Sochi numbers and find out how they were able to rinse that one. But
Well, I mean, you can look at whatever what is it, 51 billion?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything when you look at until you look at the revenue. If you made 100 billion, all of a sudden you made 49 billion. Cool, whatever. Well, I guarantee you the revenue here was well under 51 billion. That's
Could
when
you
you don't want
just
to
do
show
a
your
quick Google,
numbers.
see if we can get like a
what was the
figure?
Vancouver? Like what was Vancouver's?
See, and
Final.
the thing about Vancouver is the majority of that was
Already
already
built, wasn't it?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Except
this is
for
what they
Whistler.
do. They want to go to all these small little countries, same
What
with
do
the
you
World
got over
Cup,
there?
and build all this shit, and then you never use it again.
What do you got over there?
Revenue was 4.85 billion. So they lost about 49 billion.
Oh boy.
It's nothing. Vladimir has that in his back pocket.
Vancouver Olympics, 580 million was the taxpayer supported budget. It ended up costing between 7 and 9 billion.
What they bring in?
The final budget came. That included operational costs and significant investment in infrastructure like the Canada Line and the Sea to Sky Highway.
Mm-hmm.
So some stuff that you would presume continued to
100%.
benefit
That's part of it.
citizens. How much did they make?
Yeah. Or how much? Yeah. What was the revenue?
Just under 1.9 billion.
so you're
Man, so hosting the Olympics is not a boom.
It's a waste.
well. I mean, it depends from whose angle
How
you're
many of
looking
those
at.
red mittens did we sell?
Not enough.
I feel like maybe that's not being factored in.
Yeah, like maybe we need to bring back the Kangol hats for the next one.
Now we're talking.
I remember the Athens, I think it was 2004, where like the swimming pool, they didn't put a roof on it because they couldn't get it done.
You don't need a roof.
And,
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
there was
if
a
it's
couple
raining,
other
it's just water
venues.
into water.
Yeah.
What do you
That's
want?
how the
Couple other
Greeks used to
venues.
fight nude with no roof.
Yeah, the Olympics are a thing that
Bring
now
back
you're-
nude wrestling at the
now you'll
Olympics.
just probably see most
IOC and
countries
FIFA.
rehost it.
They're both fucked.
Well, yeah, but that's the same thing. Now that they've
World
created
Cup,
their
same
circuits of countries, they can just keep going back to the old
They
ones
don't
now.
though, because those countries don't have any money left.
That's now dried up. Yes.
Let's do a little betting for our friends at Bet365, fellas. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use code NATION at Bet365. Must be 19 years old or older. Please play responsibly. So we got some early lines. Oilers versus Hurricanes tomorrow. So that is Saturday. These are going to move. So I figured I would play Guess That Line with the boys. We haven't played this in a while.
I'm ready.
The Oilers, this is just the money line, just on the win, are currently underdogs in tomorrow's game. Rick, guess that line.
Money line, Oilers, plus 130.
Rick goes with plus 130. Dan, what do you got?
I'm going to say plus 145.
Tyler?
I'll just say it's like really close to a pick 'em. Canes are playing back to backs, but I'll say minus 105.
Oilers are plus 100 on the money line. So
That was close.
$1 will net you 2 if you win on that. The Hurricanes money line for the record is minus 120. Oilers to cover the spread. So that is plus 1.5. They are minus 120. Hurricanes to win by 2 or more is what, Tyler? So the Oilers to cover is minus 240.
I'll say the Canes are like plus 190.
Dan, what do you got?
Plus 210.
180.
Is plus 195 if you think the Hurricanes are going to win by 2 or more. Line for over-under is set at 6.5 goals tomorrow. What is the over on that, Dan? 6.5 goals.
I'm going to say it's plus 130.
Plus 130 for Dan, Rick.
Ooh, plus 105.
Plus 105 for Rick. Tyler, what do you got?
Plus 120.
It is a plus 100 again to go over, and under is minus 120. So again, these lines aren't going to move before tomorrow. Can't even play with any of the props yet. But our friends at Bet365 will have you. However, I'm looking ahead. We're looking at some futures here. We haven't touched Stanley Cup odds in a minute. The Oilers have dropped to 5th place in Stanley Cup odds. Currently, the Avs are favored at 525. Hurricanes up next at plus 800. Devils at 850. Golden Knights at 950. And the Oilers, Panthers, and Stars are all plus 1,000 for the Stanley Cup. When you look at the Pacific Division, Golden Knights are favored at plus 150. Kings next at plus 250. Oilers plus 300. So they're 3rd place.
What are the Ducks?
Plus 550. Next up for 5th place is the Kraken at plus 3,300.
No, Tyler.
Ducks to make the playoffs?
I didn't find that, but I will. Give me a second.
I was going to say, I want Ducks to make, Kraken to miss. I'm curious if they're giving them respect.
I still think Oilers division would be decent at plus 300.
I don't think they have it up right now for playoffs.
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Well, we are.
Oh, it's because there's a game on right now.
Yep.
The
What's on?
Sweden game.
It's like, yeah.
That's why they pull it down.
All right.
Okay.
All right. How you guys been doing lately? I've not been doing well because I've been bullish on the Oilers.
I've pretty much stayed away from the NHL and the Oilers, and I've been sticking pretty much to NFL. Been all right.
I haven't been doing good.
I haven't been doing it either.
Although, I'm not doing good.
I just had a Pod Coles and anytime goal scorer that hit the other day, but I'm just sticking to my usual 250 units, and
I'm okay with
losing.
I'm in one of those spots where, like, if I win something and then my bankroll lifts a little bit, and then the next day I'm back down, and then so I'm like kind of even, but it's always
Fluctuating.
zigzaggy kind of pattern.
You know who's been killing me is the shot props for Leon and Connor, which is not fair. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
No.
I had
supposed to pay all the dang time.
I had an 8-leg parlay where I did 2 shots for like damn near everybody on the team, and Connor and Leon were the only 2 that didn't do it against the Flyers. So,
and like if you tease them down to 1 shot, then it's not as fun.
Exactly. It's a waste of time.
It's just not as fun.
There's no payout there.
But
or you have to have so many legs on a 1-shotter that, like,
not worth it.
So we will check back in again. But right now, the betting public not feeling as frisky on our Oilers these days.
That's good. That's when you get in there and get the money.
If you're looking for value, it might be there. Whatever your bets, never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get on the game. Use code NATION. Bet365 must be 19 years old or older. Please play responsibly. All right, fellas, this is probably the most Oilers questions we've ever had for Ask the Idiots. So get your thinking caps on. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you about what you should be eating for dinner. And that is, of course, Swiss Donair.
Hilarious. Sorry, I just took my hat off and turned it around because you said put your thinking cap on.
I do like the
I thought it was a Swiss Donair hat or something like that. Get logo forward, please.
I could wear a Donair as a hat. Something to think about. Stylish. Maybe they could come up with some merch. Maybe they have merch.
Nice and warm.
They should send us merch. Ask the Idiots is presented by Swiss Donair. Of course, they are the home of the old school Donair with options if you want some flair. Open for 25 years and 7 days a week. Pride of the North Side. Swiss Donair is great for your events at home or the office. Jay, if you were listening to this, office lunch, Swiss Donair. Right? Check out their location at 8308 144th Ave Northwest or order online at swissdonair.com. All right. Like I said, more Oilers questions than we're used to in Ask the Idiots this week. Rick, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Comes in from Bryce. The team identity question. Who are the Oilers right now? Are they the juggernaut we expect, having a slow start, or maybe they're actually mid?
I think they're just spinning their tires still. There's we've seen this too often for me to change my mind too much here. I just think they're just spinning their tires. They'll find their way.
Dan, what you got? Are the Oilers a juggernaut or are they actually mid?
They are who we thought they were.
They're the Bears.
They're the exact same team that they've been for the last few years. Slow starts. That's their MO, and they'll figure it out as the season comes in. You'll watch Evan Bouchard as the guy that kind of, as he starts to hone in on his shots at the net and he starts getting up into those 5 and 6 shot nights. That's when the Oilers are really coming on.
I talked about that exact point on my hit on Low Tide yesterday, where Evan Bouchard, take out last night. So if you take out last night, he had 10 points in his last 10 games. Mm-hmm. Before that, he had 2 to start the season. Like when he starts feeling good offensively, it tends to bleed into the rest of his game. So I will buy that, Dan. Tyler, they the juggernaut we expect spinning their wheels, or are they actually mid?
They're spinning their wheels a little bit. I think a team that's this good isn't going to continue to shoot close to the bottom of the league in 5-on-5 shooting percentage. Like they have way too much talent to finish that low in that number. So I think eventually you'll just have some games where pucks start going in. You'll have some runs where pucks start going in. Like they're shooting 8% right now. They'll shoot higher than 8% at 5-on-5 this year. Even if they were to just
not much more,
but even if they were to get back up to, let's say, league average or right above league average at 10%, an extra 2%. They've had how many shots at 5-on-5? 422. What's 2% of 422? That's 8 more goals.
21.
How much? No, it's 2%. There's to be 2 more goals every 100 shots if you shot it. Yeah. So what, 8 more goals, 8 or 9 more goals. They'd be in a much better spot if they had 8 or 9 more goals this year. Yes. So I think it's fine. The shooting percentage number will tick up.
Not if they use them all on one team though.
Also,
I'd take that though.
It'd be nice if we weren't at the midway point of games with 4 to 6 shots on the clock.
Yeah, they could shoot more too.
That'd be nice.
It kills me.
It drives me nuts.
Killing me.
Like, because when they turn it on towards the back half of the game, then they start to score and it's
and it's because they just start shooting.
They even are successful at the start of games with a couple of shots, and then they're just like, nah, that's enough.
Mission accomplished. Banner goes up.
17th in 5-on-5 shots per 60 this year.
Not near good enough.
What is our budget for sticks? Perhaps we're at our limit for budget for sticks, so guys aren't pushing their sticks anymore, not taking shots.
They got to go to Canadian Tire and get those $6 Vic sticks that had the amazing flex in them.
Yes.
You just break them all you want. Tyler, we're reversing the order. This one comes to you. Considering the team is giving up more goals than we'd like right now, how would you rank these problems from 1 through 3? Defense, goaltending, mindset. What's the biggest problem? What's the middle problem? What is the least of your concerns?
I think it's really close between 1 and 2, but I'll say goalie 1, defense 2. Defense 1, goalie 2, mindset 3. But I'm so close on 1 and 2 that I'm like, the Oilers are giving up so many grade A chances that I don't want to blame the goalies, but then you look at other teams and they are getting the saves. So then you should blame the goalies a little bit. Skinner's been a touch above average. Pickard has just been so far below average that, like, if we were getting better games from our backup, I'd have no problem going defense 1. I hesitate just because of how bad the lows have been, but I'll go D1, goalie 2, mindset 3.
Dan, what do you got?
I'm going mindset 1, goalie 2, D3. I think that if this team can just figure out it's getting out of its own zone, respecting the blue lines, all those little things, I think that then we'll be able to really diagnose the issue, which I believe is clearly the goaltending, and the defense will kind of just figure itself out. So it's mindset, goaltending, defense.
Rick, what's your order?
Defense, mindset, goaltending. Our defense is too good. Like, when we have our defense, they should be one of the best top 6 defense in the league. They're not defending very well. They're not moving the puck very well. They're not closing the gap with the blue line very well. And I think if they can improve those 3 things, that makes life easier on the goaltenders. And I do think in terms of mindset, it's a confidence issue. And that's kind of where the issue was in the offensive side of things before, which is kind of clearing itself up right now. But I think those 6 guys need to be better. Once they are better, your goaltending will be better. And then I think all the negativity between your ears, which I do think plays a part of it, is still there. That will eventually go away as well.
Second best shots against per 60, 5-on-5 in the NHL.
I was just going to say that.
Scoring chances against per 60, they crater to 19th. That shows you right there. They're actually defending okay, but then they just shoot themselves in the foot and give up quality chances. Like, I don't know. Part of me feels like that's a little bad luck too.
Yeah, and there is definitely some bad luck. Those 6 guys, they got to move the puck better. If you make that first pass better, all of a sudden the offense is much better in the neutral zone, which moves into the offensive zone, and it kind of things fix each other.
That might have been the quintessential idiot's answer, because I think all of us gave a different answer.
I'm going to go, because I'm looking at NHL.com right now. The Oilers give up the second fewest shots in the NHL. Actually, the Mammoth are the only team that give up fewer shots than the Oilers. Goaltending, mindset, defense, because I think mindset affects the defense very, very much. And I think a lot of guys are gripping the stick when they're on the defensive side of the puck. I don't know that they're getting the saves that they need at times when they need them. And frankly, I just spent a bunch of time with former NHLers this last week with the meetings I was doing across the country. They all talked about what it's like on the bench when a goalie gives up one that they should have. And it's very deflating, which affects mindset and defense. So that is my answer. Question number 3, coming at Dan. All right. Question number 3, Dan, you're up first.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Knobloch just locked in a 3-year extension, but does that matter if the team can't get its offense going?
Yes, it does matter for this organization. I think that we all, to a person, when we got rid of Woodcroft and brought in Knobloch, I think felt like that needs to be where the buck stops, and we stop making that change mid-season as a solution to our problems. We had before that, it was 12, 13 different head coaches in 8-9 years. So I think that position needs some stability. He's now got his staff in place. We just have to kind of accept what we've got when it comes to coaching.
Rick, what do you think?
Honestly, I think this team's good enough. They probably don't really need a coach. Like, I mean, you always need a coach, but I don't think they should really.
Player coach, like in Slapshot.
Exactly. This is on the guys with the skates on.
Tyler,
have we fired the goalie coach yet? Did that fix our problems? Last year, this time I was told if you fire Dustin Schwartz, the goalies will get better.
I've been thinking about
12 years.
I've been thinking about Dustin Schwartz a lot. He must just have the most fucking smug look on his face all the time.
Calvin Pickard got worse. Shut up if you want to suggest a coaching change. Just shut up.
It's so good. All right, final question. Tyler, I'll start with you on this one.
Oh, yeah.
This one is a little bit more fun. What is a little treat you give yourself, be it an activity, snack, or otherwise, that you treat yourself with after a disappointing Oilers loss? For me, it's not uncommon to polish off a pint of ice cream, especially after a rough evening. That one comes in from Taylor.
It's a little treat. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm still not like getting that mad at their losses, so I don't really feel the need to have a treat. A nice treat in my day-to-day, a nice little glass of Coca-Cola. When I'm about to do a show and I'm like, God, this is gonna be a tough one to get through. A little glass of Coca-Cola, I feel a lot better.
Just a little sippy of sugar.
Yeah, but then it looks like I'm drinking red wine on screen because I put it in the wine glass.
Listen, red wine lifestyle waits for no one.
It looks like red wine.
Yeah.
Dan, how you treat yourself?
I don't. I, as a person that used to run after Oiler losses for a thing, I don't know. There's just something about losses that there was something about the 9-1 loss that I enjoyed. I don't know what
I had the most fun on social media that I've had in a long time.
I think it's just the fact that I felt like that's a loss that's going to make some change happen and wake these guys the fuck up. It's not just like an overtime loss. So I don't really care too much about the losses. I try not to dwell on the negatives, try not to dwell too many on the positives either.
Sometimes you need a punch in the nose, I think is what Dan's saying.
Yeah.
Rick, how you treat yourself?
This year, they haven't bothered me yet. Obviously the Colorado game was what it was, but normally I don't. I want to feel the pain.
That's fine.
Just sit in it.
As a person that's seen Rick after many, many losses, I can attest to that. He's pretty unfun.
Feel the pain.
Yeah.
I don't really have a thing I do
anymore.
I just kind of get it out in content.
Beats.
I used to do the beats thing for a long time. But yeah, I just get it out in content. Like my article this morning from the game last night at Oilersnation.com is probably a little spicy, but that's probably it. Other than that, I just live my life. Way she goes. There you got Ask the Idiots for our friends at Swiss Don't Air. You got a question? Just slide on into my DMs. You can email me at bagmilk@oilersnation.com. Whatever you like. I will ask the boys and I will get their first take. Reese, let's wrap up. Let's wrap it up. Hot and Cold Performers is presented by Nation Night Out, an intimate watch party experience at Dog Patch featuring shows, trivia, and your favorite Nation crew. An intimate experience, Tyler. Are you going to take your shirt off?
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I was going to say no, but maybe.
Very intimate.
Tickets are just $10 and includes an exclusive swag bag plus access to the brand new Nation themed menu crafted specifically for game nights. This is in support of the Edmonton Food Bank, so please bring your non-perishable donations if you are able. What I will say is that dog patch, if you have not been here, is small. This is a tight group.
That's why it's intimate.
If you want to be in on Nation Night at Dog
45 seats or so.
you're going to have to get your tickets early because that is next Saturday, the 22nd.
Right.
Go to nationgear.ca. You can get your tickets there. Hot and cold performers, everybody. Rick, you're up first. Cold performer of the week.
Specifically Saturday, the entire team.
Specifically Saturday, Reese. Got a button for that? Searching.
Come on, Reese.
They are just fucking
dedication
ass
to this.
right now.
You pushed a button. I didn't hear it. Dan, you're up. Cold performer of the week.
My cold performer of the week is going to go to my ability to just jinx myself. This week, I was admiring a couple of things about our house that haven't given us problems recently, including my furnace, which broke, and then my front stairs. Like I was admiring the fact that my deck work is not bad. My front step broke as I went out for a walk just yesterday. So myself and my ability to jinx myself gets the cold performer of the week.
Let's see if we hear it this time.
I'm upset.
Yeah, yes.
There it is.
I am upset.
Tyler, cold performer of the week.
Earlier this season, I put a nice futures wager on Jack Hughes to score 40 goals. Today, I get the notification he cut his hand while out for dinner with Frank the Tank from Barstool and will miss time. That's a pretty fucked up headline. Cold performer of the week, Jack Hughes. Learn to cut your food.
Wait, there's a lot to unpack there.
Why are you the way that you are?
How do you think
I
that
hate
duo gets
so
together
much
for dinner?
about the
Frank the
things that
Tank
you
and
choose
Jack
to
Hughes.
be.
There's a lot there. He's a big Devils guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's
But
a
the
huge
funny thing
Devils
is,
guy.
I don't think I saw it last night, and Chris Chelios was there.
The whole team was there.
Yeah, because Frank took a picture with Chelios. He's like, yeah, Chelios came say hi.
It would have been great if he got mad about something they did, and did that thing where he rips his shirt off and he has to bite that thing over and over
Did
again.
he stab Jack Hughes? Non-zero chance.
Non-zero.
Non-zero chance. For me, cold performer of the week is, you could talk about the Oilers not playing 60. You could talk about the very mediocre hot dogs that cost $8 in Montreal that are poverty dogs. It's a toasted piece of bread wrapped around a boiled weenie. But for me, it's just air travel is not fun anymore. I like being on planes. I like traveling around. But when you get delays almost every time you go to sit on a plane, it's frustrating. Like, as an example, we were leaving for Toronto on Sunday night. My flight was supposed to be at 5 o'clock. We were going to get into Toronto around 11:30 p.m. into the hotel for midnight. First meeting in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. What happened was a bit of snow fell at Pearson. 3-hour delay. I now got in at 2:30. Did not be able to check into my hotel room until close to 4 because they were doing system updates. Still had an 8 a.m. meeting. Air travel delays. Get my cold performer of the week. Over to the order, Tyler. Finish us off with the positive.
My hot performer of the week, the Anaheim Ducks are giving away Crocs that look like duck feet.
Fun.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
Those are pretty dope.
I wish
do
the
like
Oilers
that.
did cool shit like that. The Anaheim Ducks have been great on the ice and they've been great off the ice this year too. They gave away duck masks at their home opener. The vibes are high in Anaheim. So actually I'm going to give another team my hot performer of the week.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works.
Come on, you're at the season opener.
doesn't make
You
sense.
could have got that little string of fabric the Oilers gave everybody for their season opener gift. Dan, hot performer of the week.
Mine is going to, I just absolutely lost it off the top of my head. Oh, it's going to go out to Trent Frederic, for a guy that, for a thing that I've been begging for this season to be able to wake up this team, to go out and do that against the toughest guy in the NHL right now. That he spent the entire day thinking about that fight and how many punches he was going to throw. He didn't throw any, but, anyways, it's going to go to Trent Frederic for that spirited affair that willed this team back into a fight.
He's a hot guy.
Rick, what do you got?
Outside of Saturday, Roslovic.
He's been good.
The big guy is smoking hot.
As much as I just complained about airline delays, there is a nice thing about sitting at the airport for longer than you expect. Drinking at the Chili's. It never gets old, regardless of what city you're in. Drinking at the Chili's at the airport gets the hot performer of the week.
Woo! Friday, baby! Yeah, let's celebrate Friday!
How did we do on our score predictions last week?
Nobody got anything right.
This is the week.
Carolina and Buffalo, double dip. I'm going 3-2 win on Saturday, 5-4 win on Monday.
Okay. I'll say, I don't like being negative, but I'm going to say a 4-2 Carolina win on Saturday. And let's say 6-0 victory over the Buffalo Sabres.
Calvin Pickard revenge shutout.
They play on Monday against the Sabres?
Yeah.
Rick, what do you got?
Pronounced Sabre?
Sabre.
5-3 Edmonton. 5-1 Edmonton.
I'm going to go 4-2 Oilers against the Hurricanes. That will be an empty netter. Monday, I will do 5-2 against the Sabres.
Question for your empty netter bonus. Do you want to risk getting 2 points?
Yes.
Okay, so it's got to, if he goes 4-2, no empty netter, no points.
Yes.
Okay, he's taking a swing for 2 points.
Living life on the wild side.
Bold. You'll be in the lead if you got that.
All right, everybody. There's your.
Wait, Reese gets to pick for Liam. That's the rule.
Okay. Reese, what do you got?
I've got 6-4 against Carolina.
A win?
And then, for the Oilers. And then, did anybody say 2-1?
Nope.
I got 2-1.
2-1 over the
Young Reese checking in for Liam, who is exploring the zoo right now. Red Panda. Hasn't left. Whole hour. All right, everybody. That's the Friday episode of ONR. We will be back on Tuesday. Here's hoping some of us get a score prediction right this weekend.
Except
it's competition a little sexier.
Yep.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.